As the independent chair for Essex County Council for the Armed Forces Civilian Military Partnership Board, I just wanted to send out a quick message to raise awareness of Armed Forces Day, which this year is on Saturday the 26th of June. Hopefully we shall be free from many of the restrictions that we've endured over the last 18 months or so. And it's a great opportunity for everyone to come out and celebrate the work of the Armed Forces, those currently serving and of course the veterans, everyone from cadets to families of current serving members and through to veterans, reservists, everybody. It's a time for us to come together and celebrate the commitment and the ongoing efforts as well as the past sacrifices that all of our Armed Forces community have made. Armed Forces Day emerged out of what was originally Veterans Day in 2006 was the first one, 27th of June, which actually was the day after the anniversary of the first award of the Victoria Cross, which took place in Hyde Park in 1857. It emerged during the thick of the Afghanistan and Iraq campaigns that many of us served in, and then in 2009 formally became Armed Forces Day. I think it's also important now to recognise that actually the legacy, particularly of those two more recent campaigns, do continue to have an enduring effect on our communities and our families for those who've served. And indeed my own regiment, the Rifles, recently suffered the loss of two more veterans who clearly were struggling to cope with the aftermath of their service. So it's also an important time to remember that we as the Armed Forces community must look out for one another, look out for our friends and families, and make sure that everyone has the confidence to come forward even now if they're struggling from the legacies of their service. But on a more positive note, I urge everyone to have a look at the Armed Forces Day website. You can find out what's going on in your area, local area, wherever it is across the country. In Essex, I know in Colchester there'll be a celebration through an opportunity for children to paint portraits of those in their family, faces of the Armed Forces. There'll be an exhibition and workshop. So please, everybody join in. I think 21st of June is the first day that the Armed Forces Day flag starts being raised on various buildings with the culmination for the 26th of June. So please do your bit. Look forward to seeing people out there celebrating the work of the Armed Forces. And of course, also importantly, this year being the 10th anniversary of the inauguration of the Armed Forces Covenant, where we all committed, the government committed, to do our very best to ensure that people were not disadvantaged from the service that they've given to our country. Thanks very much.